identified that. They got on the outside.
So on the replay, just a touch off the fingertips of Peter Wallace. And he's floating back with the play straight to a Parramatta player, and hence the knock on. And Parramatta have it here at the halfway line. Comes to Tim Manor, who takes it Broncos territory. Good tackle by Hannett. McCulloch was there. So was Sivanasiva. Moi charging hard tonight early in this one, and another penalty for the Eels.
Ben, I called it 2 or 3 times, mate. Offside.
A great tackle though by Ben Hannett. Straight in under the ball.
Back up, boys.
And the Broncos love to see Corey Parker, Yao Yi and Justin Hodges out there at this stage of the game. They're under assault. Everything going Parramatta's way. And the Broncos again have to show tough qualities here defending their line.
Manor 5 metres away. The Broncos have won just 26 of 60 since 2008 without Justin Hodges. They'd love him to be out there. Moi was almost in for their second try. Smith comes back to Roberts. Flat pass. Morgan, it was a difficult one to handle. 2 poor passes by the Eels have relieved all the pressure, and there was plenty on the Broncos' defence.
Yeah, there was. And Parramatta looking to move the ball. The passing, the first one from the young Smith to Ben Roberts was at the ankles. The next pass from young Roberts to Morgan should have been taken. That just releases the pressure on the Broncos. A lot more energy about the Parramatta side tonight.
The Broncos had the early chances but couldn't get across the line, and they've been pressured ever since. I'll play it here through Tia. Luke Capewell playing just his second game of the season for Brisbane. McCulloch comes out to this left-hand side. Gillette working it up within 20 of the halfway line. See what they do at the back end of this set. After the previous set, they had the charge down for the try by Smith. They'll get a penalty set of 6 to come up and to come back deep on the attack at Parramatta's end of the field.
Yeah, and they just need to take their time here, the Brisbane Broncos. They've been under attack. Get their breath back. Think about what they're going to do and what their plan is in this set of 6. This is the opportunity they've been waiting for.
As McCulloch is back underway, goes through Norman away to Sivanasiva behind Marsh, who played as a front rower last week from the opening whistle. Good tackle on a front row there, and Sivanasiva, the pass there from McCulloch looked forward. There was certainly a call of forward, but it must have been from a Parramatta player. Here's Wallace jamming in and doing well. Ryan Morgan got to the halfback and snuffed out the play. 10 away. 3 tackles left in this set. Norman going to the line. Klein Marsh wrapping up with some help there from Ben Smith. They keep it going down the short side. Here's Wallace stepping back on the angle, getting away from Ben Smith. Stopped by Tim Manor. They've got one more. Comes out the back for Norman. Chip it away. Out wide for Beale, but Burt up above them with his hands extended, made a great catch, and now they're going to say Ryan Morgan made an illegal block and took a Brisbane Bronco chaser out of play.
He did a fantastic job, Luke Burt, didn't he? I know there was some conjecture about whether there was interference or not, but Burt, I thought he did a terrific job. And here come the Broncos.
Friday says, let's tap it and go at them. See if we can't crack them. And it's Hannett. Will play it 8 metres out from the Parramatta line. McCulloch giving it to Sivanasiva. A standing start. He dumps it out the back. It goes to Teo. Now quick to set upon him. Joseph Paulo is out there now. Helps Luke Burt make the tackle. McCulloch goes wide to Wallace. Wider still to Norman. Goes away to Capewell, and now Chase Blair. Like Ryan Morgan on the other side, the centre racing up on that far side and making a good stop. McGuire hit once again by Chase Blair and got some help from Manor. Parramatta's defence doing a terrific job here on the Broncos. Norman comes away to Wallace, showing it. Fanned out to the right-hand side with the halfback hung on to it. They'll have one more from about 5 metres out. Right under the black dot. It goes to Norman. He grubbers. Looking for the end goal area, and he'll find it. A ball juggled.
Six again. What I need you to check is whether the Bronco player touched it after it was knocked on. Back into the Parramatta player.
Mullaney was there, had a play at it, got an awkward bounce. Just need to check that the bounce back to Corey Norman wasn't then knocked on by the Broncos 5'8".
Well, he scored a similar try a couple of weeks ago against the Warriors, and I think it was the first try of the game. By rolling the ball in the in goal, and I think it was Kevin Locke at that time, misjudging it. But here, Mullaney, juggles it. Norman touches it, but I don't think Mullaney gets another grab at it. He knocks it forward there. Norman taps it forward onto his chest. I think this will be okay. If he taps it forward into Mullaney and regathers it, then that is deemed a knock on, but I don't think that's the case.
I think the ball was gone by the time Mullaney's hands came together. And as you say, I expect we'll get the green lights. And the Broncos, in a moment, should be all level at 6-all. A try confirmed by our video referee tonight, Chris Ward. We like what he saw from the Broncos' perspective. Good heads-up piece of play by Corey Norman, who grubbers, regathers, and gets them on the board here tonight.
And there's a bit of luck in that try. And I thought that Parramatta actually was defending very well. The Broncos, they didn't really challenge them as such. Corey Norman a couple of times went to the line. He didn't do it at speed, and it was easily read by the Parramatta defence. They were up in their face. But the ball along the ground can bounce in horrendous ways for the man attacking the ball, and it did for young Mullaney on that occasion. Off his chest into the arms of Norman, and the Broncos hit back.
Peter Wallace is a pretty handy backup kicker with no Corey Parker here tonight. And from just beside the uprights, shouldn't have any issue with this one. Midway through the first half, and it's a try apiece, 6 apiece. Here on Monday Night Football at Suncorp Stadium. The Broncos have hit back. They needed to as well after all the pressure they've had inside the Eels 20. 14 tackles now they've had inside the opposition 20. 58% possession last week in the first half against the Titans, and a 5-1 penalty count. Still could do no better than a 6-all scoreline at the break, and then the Titans dominated possession in the second half. Went on to win. Something of an upset. Parramatta, they're determined to cause an upset tonight, and they're in this to their eyeballs, aren't they, against the Broncos, who sit in 4th place but will slide outside the top 4 should they lose here this evening. Sevenasiva playing it. Goes away this left-hand side. Josh McGuire, who will work it forward just outside the Broncos 30. Sevenasiva again, tuck it under his arm. Good carry this time by the veteran. Stopped there by Manor and also Paul. Cully, kick out of dummy half down the middle of the field. He comes across Mullaney. Take it at his own 10. Runs past Wallace, who makes a good bootlace tackle. Stops him inside his own 20.
It's one of his strengths, isn't it, Peter Wallace? Getting down there, making tackles after he's kicked the ball. One of the better defensive halfbacks in the game.
Now a mistake by the Eels. They've turned it over. A ball forced out the back. A tackle by Tim Manor. He'll contender with stripped, but he gets no joy in the Broncos. Will get it, but there is some drama here as we take a look at the tackle once again. The ball is coming out there. No strip there at all. There's a problem here for Sam Thaiday, who's gone from the field, Andy.
He certainly has the Brisbane captain's back with the doctor in the dressing room at the moment. He's split the webbing on his hand and is in there getting a couple of stitches. But our man Sammy's tough enough. He'll be back in about 10 minutes, I'd reckon.
See if you're good to your word. It's a blow, though, for the moment. Thaiday off the field. Sevenasiva.
Hands, feet down. Down.
Sevenasiva also coming from the field. And the change, the replacement coming on after the scrum had been fed and won. The Broncos back on the attack. It's Miranda to play it for McCulloch. Just outside the 20, Hannon taking it to the line, running towards Nathan Smith. He was able to stop him with some help there from Tim Manor. They head back towards that left-hand corner again. Norman running to the line. Gillette back on the angle. Well handled, though, by Sando, whose defence last week against Melbourne was first-rate. McCulloch comes to Wallace. Something of a gap on the outside there of Paulo, who grabbed Wallace, and then Rennie Matua taking a chance there by grabbing a player on the ground and lifting him off the ground like that.
Hitting the back of the head.
And there is going to be a penalty for the contact on Peter Wallace. Not from Rennie Matua, but the man Joseph Paulo, was it, who made the first contact on the halfback. And from right in front is the option of taking the 2 and hitting the lead, but perhaps they want to make a statement right here. The Eels can make a statement with their defence by holding them out. And Maguire will play it a couple of metres away. McCulloch to the short side. Teo reaching out. It cracks them rather easily.
40. Mate, mate, tackle 2. Let's check possible instruction, please, mate.
I want to take a look and make sure there was nothing that helped Teo across the line around about the play the ball.
It was just a crash ball run, wasn't it, from Ben Teo? Looking at Ben Hennett there, he stops. I don't think he impedes. I don't think he impedes anyone, Ben Hennett. He gets it on the outside shoulder. I think it was Rennie Matua coming from outside in to make the tackle on Ben Hennett. This should be a 4-pointer as far as I'm concerned. You see Hennett going in. Rennie Matua, he wasn't pushing out. He wasn't looking to get to Hennett's outside and make a tackle on Ben Teo. This is okay.
Couple of quick looks, and Chris Ward disagrees with you and says no try.
Back here.
Yeah, because you stop
Back
there,
here.
they can't slide across. So you can keep going though.
It's a penalty for obstruction. Go back here, mate.
Well, despite the fact that Rennie Matua wasn't heading outwards, they're going to say the fact that Hannon stopped in the line denied him the chance to change his mind and go towards Teo. I guess Teo went to the hole that was helped be created in some small way by the run of Hannon, and red lights for Teo and the Broncos.
Work hard. With your foot. Go.
Plenty of people debating that call at home, no doubt. Chance goes begging. The Brisbane Broncos and now Parramatta work it off their own line. Obstruction plays certainly have been the flavour of the month. Plenty of debate in recent times. All off the back. What happened in Origin 3? Matua again, damaging on this left-hand side through Wallace, through Teo. And he takes it down within 20 of the Broncos line. The comeback through Roberts. It goes to Paulo, who straightens things up, gives it to Sando. Oh, pass. It was at least a couple of metres forward in the delayed call, but a correct call all the same.
Yeah, it was a correct call. Chrissy Sando needed to do better than that. They had the Broncos at 6s and 7s. Rennie Matua, he's looked sharp tonight on this left side of the field. It's another incisive run. Look at Chris Sando there, going to the line, slowing down, telegraphing it. He was going to pass it. And just out of the hands, drifting forward to Nathan Hindmarsh.
Feet down, get in.
You don't want to be turning over the ball down this end of the field. In good position.
Had some space to move in as well, because Joseph Paulo had done nicely to straighten things up and then deliver the pass to Sando. He stopped the defensive line sliding across towards Sando. Make a pretty simple mistake. It was a disappointing end to what was building up to a nice movement. Here's Beale stepping away from dummy half for Brisbane. 4 players gone. It's on their own side of halfway. Wallace comes across to Mitchell Dodds, who is out there now playing his 7th game of the season in the NRL for the Broncos. Goes across to Norman, who chips it from inside the halfway line. It's a one bouncer down to Mullaney, who will bring it back. He's got CEO back there with him, but the fullback hangs on to it. The boy from the southwest of Sydney played his junior football with Eagle Vale down there at St Andrews. The West Tiger hopeful at one stage. Finds himself at fullback tonight with Jared Hayne out of action.